Hello. This lesson discusses the last part of the fast free reading strategy. The letter T, which stands for think about the other side and alternative perspectives. This strategy can help you show the reader that you understand both sides of an issue. Try to imagine the claims a person might use to argue against you. If someone disagrees with your point of view, what would they say? Next, you try to think of counter-arguments. When you are done, you will have a good grasp of both sides, but remember to only argue for one side in your essay, not both. Here is an example issue to write about. It talks about dieting and exercising, and asks which one is better for improving one's health. Pause the video and read over it, and try to think about the two sides and possible arguments. Press play to continue when you are ready. Okay. The first step is to identify the two sides. Sometimes this isn't easy, but in this case it is. The two sides are good eating habits versus regular exercising. Next, we will draw a T-chart and brainstorm possible arguments. I'll show you what that looks like on the next slide. A T-chart looks like this. A giant T. At the top, you write one side on the left and the other side on the right. Next, you fill in arguments that support the sides. For example, one could say that eating low-fat foods could help you lose weight and avoid obesity. Another argument might be that eating healthy foods gives you vitamins and nutrients that you need. So, those are two arguments for that side of the debate. Next, in support of exercise, one might argue that it makes you faster and stronger. And exercising helps you burn calories, which also helps you lose weight. Lastly, exercising has been shown to boost your metabolism and immune system. So, there are three arguments for exercising. The next step is to try to think of counter-arguments. If we can think of counter-arguments against one side, it will make the other side stronger. First, if you are trying to eat less, you might have to give up some foods that you really like. However, with exercising, you might not have to do that. So, that is one counter-argument against eating habits, which supports exercising. Next, when you exercise, you may get stronger. But, you could also seriously injure yourself. With dieting, there is little risk of injuring muscles or tendons. So, that is a counter-argument against the exercising side, which supports eating habits. So, now we have 4 arguments that support exercising, and 3 arguments that support dieting. The last step is to choose a side, if you haven't chosen a side already. It is usually a good idea to choose the side that has the most supporting arguments, or arguments that you have a lot of evidence for. In this case, we might choose the exercised side. In conclusion, this strategy can help you choose your position, generate strong arguments, and think about counter-arguments. But, don't forget that you should only argue for one clear side. Don't try to argue for both sides, because that may just confuse your reader. Well, I hope this information has been helpful. And don't forget about the other fast free reading strategies. When you are ready to move on, close this window. You will go to the checkpoint automatically.